the garden. Wildflowers. Tonight I thought I'd help you with your garden. And I know you've got a lot of things you want to plant.
Wildwood flower grew wild on the farm. And
you told me exactly what you're planting in your garden.
Rose garden.
What kind of garden you got? A bunch of gardening songs and a bunch of gardening tips.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
And what's growing in your garden?
Ramblin Rose.
Well, what's growing in my garden is a bunch of wildflowers. And you're a bunch of wildflowers. Yes, you are. You're very wild and very glorious. You're wild. Honey child, out of control. You out of control. You wildflower. Creation! You're a perfect creation, you. One of you has tulips growing in your garden, and we're gonna tiptoe through them because they're very delicate, like you. You delicate thing, you delicate little tulip, you.
Oh, tiptoe through the tulips with you.
I'm gonna keep tiptoeing through your tulips. They're too delicate. So what else are we planting in our garden? Oh, well, we got a rose garden here. That's a rose petaled garden. My gardener's name is Zac Wilde. Zac Wilde's leaf blower is so loud. You get the gardener to come over early in the morning. Oh, Zac Wilde, you got that heaviest metal leaf blower I've ever heard. But he does a good job, so he doesn't charge that much either. 4:30 in the morning, you know, a good gardener gets an early start because I know you got a party. You're holding a party later today, so we got to get all cleaned up because I know your guests are coming over. One of those guests is Ricky Nelson. He got your invitation and he RSVP'd.
People came from miles around, everyone was there. All right now, learn my lesson well. Can't please everyone, so you gotta please yourself.
You can't please everybody. You know that. Some of you come on these rides with me and some of you don't. And you may as well bring Ricky Nelson over to your garden party because Zac Wilde did such a good job cleaning up. I mean, I cannot say enough good things about Zac Wilde's gardening abilities. Well, somebody else is throwing a garden party if you're holding a Marillion garden party, aren't you? I'm not sure what a Marillion is exactly. What is a Marillion? Well, it sounds like the guests are arriving. I hope I made enough finger sandwiches. These people sound hungry. I better go make some more. I don't know any of the guests at your party. People that don't look familiar to me. So I still haven't listened to enough Marillion to know what kind of party they're throwing. Yeah, I have to go now because I've got to get on to the next garden. I hope you're up early because you will be whether you like it or not. Somebody says they got a wicked garden. That sounds like you got a whole lot of weeds. You got like slugs. This garden sounds nasty. These gardens to the ground. You got too many pests. Torch it. For this wicked garden. We gotta do something. We gotta do something drastic. It's a good thing Zac Wilde is here with his leaf blower. I kind of knew Scott Wilde. We both went to the same vocal teacher, and we'd pass each other. He'd be going out of his lesson, I'd be going into mine, and we'd be like, hey. That was the extent of our relationship. Well, now we're moving on to another garden, and this one is very serene. When the Ramones planted this garden, it's apparently very nice. This place is so serene. I'm going to sit here and meditate and say the words, the garden of song, and you were at peace. the Joey Ramone Zen Garden technique. This is Staley's Garden. Blooms all 4 seasons.
Such pleasant company in Mrs. Staley's Garden. Salties and jasmine tea in Mrs. A new cake recipe, a minor tragedy in Mrs.
No tragedies in it. You're supposed to prevent things like that from happening, Frankie. I'm gonna replace you with Zac Wilde. Alright, so now we're gonna get on to the next garden. When you say this one is a secret garden, you don't want anybody to know about it, but you gotta give me the address. I gotta give Zac Wilde the address. Don't worry, Zac is very discreet. We will not tell anybody except Zac Wilde where it is. Mary White wants to know your gardening tips. Because in this garden, woo, the things that grow.
Come on, we can sing together in the garden.
Not a lot of gardeners in your secret garden. You know, who isn't a gardener? Zac Wilde and us. This place is supposed to be secret. It's secret. Secret. This is a whole garden party of a different type altogether. My God. Well, you make them think that they really, you're just going to put them to work. Here's the rake. Here's your garden weasel. And no, we ain't talking that kind of weasel. These managers that you fight over. This is where you're going to compete for your gardening business. On to another song that doesn't have so many references to things that grow that should not be growing in your garden all at once. So we're gonna get on to another one. And this is the original garden, and this is from John Cafferty and his Beaver Brown Band. Oh my God, another metaphorical reference might or might not be growing in your garden.
It was the garden of Eden. Pam said, "Hey little girl, I wanna make you mine." Not so fast, the same old story ever since the world began.
It's the same old story. Zac, I hope you got your gardening tools ready, brother. So let's get on to the next song. Jim Stafford's gonna tell you about his weed problem.
Wildwood flower grew wild on the farm, and we never knew what it was called. Some said it was a flower, and some said it was a weed. And I reached down for a weed to chew on, and things got blurry. My brother was there, and he said, "What's wrong with your eye?" He said, "Let me give it a try." Caught up with him about 6 o'clock the next morning, naked, singing on the windmill. The very next day, we picked a bunch of them weeds, put them in the corncob pipe. Smoking them wildwood flowers got to be a habit. Trip and never leave the farm.
Have you ever done that? Just look at a plant and go, I'm gonna chew on that thing. Lenny Kravitz, he built a garden. Yes, we thank you very much. You built it? Yes, we know you built it. He gets a gold star. And who else is going to get a gold star for their garden? That would be Lynn Anderson, because she got a rose garden. But we're not letting Zac Wilde bring his leaf blower because those petals will go all over the place.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. Let's be jolly. Shouldn't be so melancholy. Good times while we can. Beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
No, I didn't promise you a rose garden. We can plant some carrots or roses. No, they're just straight out. Lynn's very particular, but Lynn Anderson is not coming to your garden party. But Phil Lennon might. Phil Lennon is going to tell you about the legend of the Black Rose. Yes. And it's extremely Irish. nothing to do with gardening whatsoever. This is about legend and lore of the land of Ire, which is very green, and many things grow there. Grass and moss, everything that's green. If it's green, it comes from Ireland. Now we're gonna get back to the original garden, and this is from Iron Butterfly. But they slur their speech, so instead of saying in the Garden of Eden, they just say In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. I love this song. The original heavy metal tune, and they were chewing on Jim Stafford's Wild Weeds. It started out as In a Garden of Eden, and then he just kept chewing on Jim Stafford's weeds, and he kept give me some more of those weeds over there. And now we've got 2 more songs left to do, and this one is another one about a rose, and this rose is Ramblin'.
The time has come for each and every one of you to decide whether you are going to be the problem or whether you are going to be the solution.
Yes!
You must choose.
You must choose.
It takes 5 seconds. 5 seconds to realize your purpose here on the planet.
That's right.
It's time to move. It's time to get down with it. I want to know, are you ready to testify?
Yes!
The MC Bang!
Yeah!
Love is like a Ramblin Rose. The more I feel it, the more it grows.
Ramblin Rose! Ramblin Rose! Ah! It only takes 5 seconds for you to decide exactly how you're going to tend your garden. And you know exactly how to answer that question. And this is no joke either. But we're going to play you one more song. Because Rosemary's got a garden, and it's filled with love, and she wants everybody to feel it.
People say she's crazy, nobody knows. Me just gotta say, and it's working so well, can't get away. Oh, Rose.
And I'm glad I got to help you with your gardening problem, and help your flowers grow, and help this love grow. It's growing every day, and it's gonna grow more tomorrow. Now let's get back to this love. I just love it so much. Hey!